Okay, so the first thing you need to do the Huaraches is a template. Okay, the template you will do it putting your foot in a piece of paper, drawing the contour of your foot, and then also making this contour a bit nice. You will make mark the position in between your big toe and your little toe and your next toe. Okay, right there in between both of them, and you will also mark in this template the two positions in the sides of your bone ankle. Okay, once you have this template, cut them out and you just place them on top of your Vibram Cherry 5mm plate. You can place them however you wish. I just put them in order in a place, in a position that I will optimize the panel and make as many possible Huaraches as I can. Then you draw the contour with a piece of chalk, and you also mark the positions in between your big toe and your next toe, and the two side positions. That's where you will make the holes later for the shoelaces. Okay, so once you have drawn the contour, all you have to do is with a pair of kitchen scissors, cut the soles, cut your Huaraches. It's as easy as that. First, I usually do a rough cut, okay, and after the rough cut, then I proceed on to do the more precise cut. I will always tend to leave more, not to cut very close to the line, but to leave more space, because if the sole is a bit slightly larger, that's no problem. Whilst if it's shorter, then it will it could give problems. Okay, so you will see I leave some chalk there, and that's worked out quite fine for me. Okay, so it's better to leave some chalk, some color, than not to cut precisely to the inside of the chalk. Then after that, with a hole puncher, I make the holes. Where I've marked in between the big toe and the next toe, I make two holes. One in the position that I have marked, and then another one next to it, about 4 or 5mm distance, to the outer side of the foot. Okay, this will be where the shoelaces will be attached in the front. I like this method of making two holes and just passing the shoelace through these two holes instead of making one knot as other people do. To me it works finer because I don't feel the knot underneath my foot, so it's better. Okay, so you see the two holes there, and then the holes in the side. The holes in the side, again, 4 or 5mm away from the edge. They don't need to be further in. That works out fine for me. So there it is. We've got the sole with all the 4 holes. So all we have to do now is just pass the shoelace. Okay, we put the shoelace through the bottom part, through the 2 front holes. Okay, so we pull it up so that it's evenly spaced and each side has got the same length. Okay, what I do to protect the shoelace that goes underneath the sole is I protect it with some duct tape. So I just cut a tiny portion of duct tape and slip it around the shoelace which is exposed to the ground. And this works out fine and lasts for many kilometers. And then when the duct tape is worn out, then you just put a new one and that's it. After wrapping the duct tape around, all you have to do is just make sure that it's snugly in place. So just bend it a bit with your fingers and then press it through the hole so that it fits snugly. And there it is. Oh, now that we have the front part, we go to the sides. We pass the shoelaces through the top part of the sole towards the bottom on both sides, and then pass it as shown in the image. Okay, we put it underneath the shoelace and through the front part, and this piece of string will go around the ankle and back to the front, as we will see now in a moment. Okay, but basically that's it. See now with the foot and with the two pieces of the shoelace, they go aft and come to the front, and then the other side goes aft and comes to the front, and then the final part is passing these two pieces of the shoelace underneath the front, both strings underneath both, and to each of the sides. So you pass it underneath both sides of the shoelace, and just tighten it, adjust it to your foot so that it fits snugly both front and aft, and then you can just do a knot, or you can use quick release closing as we do, and that's it. There it is. You have your fine pair of Huaraches. You see, it's perfect. You can play, of course, with longer strings, shorter strings, and do fancy things and play with the color of the strings. But this works very nice, and holds and supports the sole and the foot perfectly. There's some close-ups and some images, just in case you have some doubts. And well, that's a nice pair of Huaraches. Now some images testing these Huaraches right after they have been made. You see that Esther has got no problem and she's doing quite fine in all sorts of terrain, having fun and enjoying barefoot walking and running in the countryside. Just a lovely pair of Huaraches, and they last quite a long. I mean, they last several hundred kilometers, and for what they cost, I mean, you just can play with them or make new ones as you wish. So I leave you now with some images of our today's testing of this new pair of Huaraches for Esther. Enjoy yourself. Okay, have a good time, and I hope you can make many Huaraches as well and enjoy your barefoot training and running. Now, one last thing, that town you see there in the horizon right there, that's where we live, and this is one of our favorite walks and jogs.